And you are good, sir.
Welcome to October 23rd Police Committee meeting. Please stand for the pledge. And Member Shep, could you please lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
One correction to our agenda this evening, number 5, you can cross off Department Report Chief Casalia for obvious reasons based on our content of number 4. It wouldn't be appropriate for the chief to be here. And as he told Councilor Nicholson, he didn't have much really to report at this time anyway. So we'll get a great report in December. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from September 30th?
I'll make a motion.
I will second.
Any additions, corrections, edits, deletes, whatever?
Okay, it might be my nerdy side here, but under membership updates, if I'm a citizen, I wouldn't necessarily know this. So I was just going to recommend it be stated this way. Instead of we and us. Dr. Desiato and Dr. Tice sent a letter thanking the police committee for the invitation to join the committee. They explained that they do not think they need to attend on a regular basis. They will, however, be available as needed. William, I know you're a wordsmith too. Do you see where I was coming from? You did report it out in their voice.
Yeah, I don't have the notice in front of me right now, but
That's me.
no, not the minutes, but what was actually, what the response literally verbatim was.
It's not the biggest deal in the world. I'm just gonna point it out.
What's the question?
Just wanted to reword it because they sent a letter saying, thank you for including us, but we do not need to be there on a regular basis. We will, however, so it was, you know what I mean? It's in their voice rather than
Oh, sure.
reporting out to us.
So,
there.
sure, yeah, so the district superintendents have responded that they would be willing to attend police committee meetings where they deemed the content was pertinent.
So basically what's there now is just a brief synopsis of what you gave at the meeting, based on what Lisa said. So I think what Casey's saying is maybe we should go into more detail as to what was said.
Actually,
She's saying that we're making it sound like they're speaking, and she wants it to in order to be us reporting it out, we would say they, them, versus it kind of reads as a quote, or quote it, say, hey, this was sent to us.
I see.
Yeah. I'm understanding, right?
And I'm the one.
well, anyone can speak to this.
So this is the way it reads now. It just says Member Nicholson stated that he contacted the superintendents from ESM and FM school districts. Dr. Desiato and Dr. Tice sent a letter saying, thank you for including us, but we do not need to be there on a regular basis. We will, however, be available on an invitational basis. If you want, we can change
Put it
it.
in quotations. Yeah, that's all.
Just put it in quotations.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're easiest. Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah, now I understand.
Thank you. Everything else was just minor. And also punctuation.
All in favor of approving the minutes as amended? Aye. Great, minutes are good to go. Number 4, police chief interview process update.
So, ladies and gentlemen, so let me go ahead and just update on the town selection process or the interview selection process for the permanent chief. So the town of Manlius Police Department has been operating for 18 months under the direction of a provisional temporary status chief appointed by the board in March of 2023. Upon publication of the Onondaga County Civil Service list of eligible qualified candidates for the position, released on September 12 of 2024, the town and police committee evaluated the processes necessary to commence with the selection of a permanent chief appointment. So the town opted to recruit from the promotional list of qualified internal candidates, comprised of 4 eligible persons. Canvas letters were issued to every eligible person. Each responded interested and were promptly scheduled for interviews. During the weeks spanning October 7th through the 18th, representatives from the town conducted interviews of each of the 4 applicants with a clear, consistent, organized format designed to establish coherent applicant ranking based upon clear, observable, evaluative criteria, including but not limited to relevant experience, alignment with the vision and direction of the town and its constituents, management philosophy, conflict resolution approaches, strategic planning and long-term goals, key stakeholder relationship management. Following the conclusion of the candidate interviews, the town representatives deliberated and ranked accordingly the individual applicants. Notably, each applicant from the promotional eligible list represents an excellent, consummate professional, absolutely worthy of selection, and an asset to the town and its department. Nevertheless, there can only be one appointment, and the town has identified a favored selection according to the unanimous opinion of the evaluation team. This selection is to be reviewed within the Intermunicipal Police Committee for an advisory opinion prior to the town meeting on October 23rd, at which point the selection and appointment will be voted on by the town board. Any questions on that, other than who is it?
We have an hour and 19 minutes to
Okay.
render our opinion.
No, 45 minutes.
Oh, 45 minutes?
Yeah, 6. So,
Oh, 6:30.
no, well, the board meeting starts at 6:30.
And how board members
We
need
gotta
a break in
swap
between
around.
meetings.
Understood.
Somebody has to get
We
my
need a dinner break.
French fries.
Okay.
So the 4 candidates, and I have some notes from the interviews to pass around if anybody's interested and can read my penmanship, which I doubt. The interviews were all incredibly stellar, of course. I mean, I refer to it as an embarrassment of riches. You know, we have the kind of problem you would want to have, which is more qualified candidates than positions available. So, you know, at the end of the day, based on the evaluation rubric, the team determined that, you know, appointing Chief Casalia to the permanent status is the best choice. And so with that, I'm open to discussion. Or opinions or waves of applause.
Do you happen to have the rubric by chance? I'm just out of curiosity, what the evaluative rubric was.
Look, that's basically in a nutshell.
But I mean, was it scores of 1, 2, and 3, or was it just more quantitative?
Quantitative.
This would be helpful just for me to develop my own report for my village, if I could have a copy of this.
Sure, yeah, it'll be part of the record to make.
Okay, great. Well, the process seemed very clear, and I didn't get to read all of what your notes, but it seems like they were very in-depth interviews, and
Very much so, and each applicant really, you know, presented deep and thoughtful responses to every question, and some of them were pretty probative and challenging, which produced a lot of material for us to deliberate on. So it was really, I mean, it's how an interview process should go. You know, so at the end of the day, there was uniform, clear choice. A great acknowledgement of the, bounty that we have within our department with respect to sort of succession planning and future planning. I mean, we really sit in a good place with our command staff.
That was the only question I had, was there any talk of a succession plan if
Yes.
the chief is approved tonight?
And, to my knowledge, all four applicants have been contacted by the town supervisor today, sort of discuss where we are in the process. And so here at this interesting moment with this committee, I will stop talking. Allow for discussion.
Are appointments for 1 year, or is it for a period of time longer than?
I think it's as long as we deem
Yeah, I believe so.
appropriate, deem acceptable.
Permanent appointment until they retire or
That's what the town board wants to do here.
I will entertain a motion to accept the town's recommendation or accept, or make our own.
Yeah,
motion.
that would be great to make, if this would make, you could make a recommendation.
I think it's more that, we agree with what the town is making a recommendation of and would like to see this go through.
What do you think? Just unanimous agreement or?
Yeah, make a motion to recommend to the town board pursuant to the, agreement, to the hiring of Chief Casalia as, police chief on a permanent basis.
Got that, Carrie?
I'll get it.
Outstanding. Who put the motion forward, who seconded it?
Guess I'll make the motion. Or what I just
And I'll
said.
second it.
Very good, all in favor? Any additional conversation or discussion?
I want to thank the members of this committee for really like forcing a creative solution to what could have been a very difficult process. Thank you. It's very nice to work with you all on something so important,
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Somebody else was in favor.
Oh, yeah, who's this?
Any other business, things on any members' minds?
The only question I do have is for the December meeting, when is that meeting? Because the Christmas is at
The
last.
18th.
The 18th? Okay.
For you, it's Christmas.
I was talking to Sheriff Polisky just before the meeting kicked off that the department's CALIA on-site evaluation is next week. And I think we'll do strongly. It's very intense. And myself and the town supervisor and a number of other people throughout the service area being interviewed and, polled by the on-site auditor. So it's pretty high pressure evaluation. So I'm sure we'll do fine, but that will be a lot of the report next time. How that went.
And how long is the accreditation good for?
Question.
I think they're multi-year, I just can't remember how
So
many.
it's 4 years, but during that 4-year period, they do once a year, they do an online accreditation, like a review of specific files throughout the 4 years.
But no on-site anything for another.
No, the on-site doesn't happen until the end of the 4 years, when it's time to renew the accreditation. And they just moved to that 4-year. It was 3 years for a long time with just an on-site.
If my memory serves correctly, this is quite prestigious.
Yes.
It's not a situation where every police department everywhere has this accreditation. Very exclusive company.
Yes, sir.
Gold standard.
Yeah, there's 13
Really
of
is a
them,
goal.
13 of them in New York State.
It's a very onerous process to
Uh,
achieve. the-
Syracuse police are just going through their first their first accreditation. So, the 911 center has been accredited for multiple years. I think DeWitt has a CLIA accreditation. And I know the sheriff's departments have been working towards it as well.
Excellent.
I think it's wonderful that they, it may be this every 4-year cycle, but it also provides the background for what should be happening all the time, which is a lot of what we hear from the chief about continuous improvement or a set of goals that he's established with the town board and the rest of the force. And I love the fact that they're continuously striving to do the next best
As
thing.
a fellow community action person, the Rumble principles is a continuous results-oriented management and accountability cycle.
Yeah.
It doesn't wait for you, it's
Yeah.
continuous.
Yeah. And it's so integrated. I think a question came up about it that I was discussing with the chief, and it's like, I can't separate it out. It's in everything we do. Yeah, so that was informative for me. And he went through a number of examples, which he talked so fast, I didn't take notes fast enough.
So next week, everybody keep your fingers crossed and your thoughts and spirits high.
Any other committee business, thoughts, comments, concerns to be passed along to the chief, interim chief for another 45 minutes?
I mean, I just make a comment, about trustee Shep's, question on, the succession plan. And, you know, I had the opportunity when I first started on the board earlier in the year to meet with Chief Casalia and to go through his vision, his plan, and the changes that he was instituting and everything. And having every member of the command staff ready to step in a moment's notice and to lead the department, whether it was something that a decision he made to leave or was injured or ill or whatever the situation may be, is very important to him. And he's demonstrated to us all year the steps and the training that he sought out for them and the tutelage and whatever else he's provided to ensure that they're ready to, in a moment's notice,
Yeah,
lead the department.
Developing future leaders was part of his initial introduction to the board when he first came on, to his commitment to, I want to develop the department so that it is well run, whether I'm here or not. You know, which is, again, that's the mark of a proper leadership.
His complete faith in their ability to make decisions and to run the ships, and they're all in that rotation where they are taking on the command responsibilities where he shouldn't have to worry, but, you know, he still listens and he still shows up for them, and meets them on scene on rough calls or tells them to meet him over. But I think he's doing a great job getting that department ready. As no part, I haven't been part of a police department, but, you know, I haven't seen fire and EMS do for what he does for a command staff and planning for the future, ever. We're really, I mean, I'll just speak for myself. I'm excited to see what the future holds for the town Manlius Police Department and its members and our community.
Thank you for sharing that. That is the mark of an exceptional leader, not just good leadership, that's exceptional. Because the department's not about one person.
Right.
Excellent. Anything else?
I don't have anything. This was the big item. Just gratitude for you guys, you know, it's been an interesting year. 18 months.
Someone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all. See you December 18th.